Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Ren, and today I'm going to be cash stuffing our last week's paycheck, which was April 5th, and our tax return. And there's a story behind that. But anyway, first I want to show you what I got from Liz and Les. I got two fun challenges and a sticker that kind of creeps me out. So I'll save that for a second. I got this Daddy Longlegs challenge. It's another sticker challenge, and she makes the funniest sticker challenges to begin with. So you assemble the body of the spider, the daddy long legs, on this thing here, and then it tells you how much to save on it. He's got glasses and a mustache, like, anyway. So I think you save like $100 with this one, so this one will be fun. I mean, a spider with a mustache. Anyway, okay, so that's that. I'm excited for that. And then the other one I got was Struggle, which is off of play off of Boggle, if I remember correctly. And you find word like slam, you would do that one, and it's because it's 4 letters, you'd save $2. This is how I understand it. And you write down your words here, and whenever you can't find any more, you scratch this off, and then there are 10 challenge words in here, so I have to try to find those challenge words. I don't know what they are, but we have 10 words in here. So, well, I'm not very good at these, but maybe this will help. So, anyway, I'm excited to start this one. And then the sticker that kind of creeped me is I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show this right or not. I don't even know where the camera, but it's a squirrel, like a 3D squirrel with a nut. I don't even know how she parted with it because she loves squirrels. I have a funny story to tell about squirrels and why they creep me out. Well, they chase me. They don't like me. And I don't like them because they get into my garden and make a mess and pull up my plants. And then I end up growing peanuts and I don't even want them. Anyway, I was living in Ohio. We don't have the longest growing season. So I put a greenhouse in our backyard, trying to get like an extra month onto our growing season, and to get my little seedlings and peppers and tomatoes who do not like cold at all. And we also have ring alarms, like cameras and stuff around the house or the apartment. I got a notification on my phone saying there was activity in the backyard. I go out there, I looked at the camera, I watched the squirrel walk into our greenhouse. I'm like, I'm not having that. You're not taking my plants down. So I go out there and I thought, I'll just, nicely ask him to leave. Oh no. I open the door and I'm like, hey, come on, sir. And I actually called him sir, but I opened the thing. This freaking squirrel launched himself towards me and I scream. And you see the squirrel flying out of the greenhouse, and I'm screaming. And my husband plays this on repeat every year, throughout the year. It was embarrassing and it was funny, and squirrels, they are my nemesis. And a week later, I don't know if it was the same one. Oh, I never even thought of that. Might have been the same one. My husband and I were taking a walk, very nice, peaceful walk, and we walk by this fence, and there's this squirrel on the top of the fence, and we locked eyes, and this squirrel launched off of the fence towards my face. His tail was propelling, and my husband, God love him, my husband ducks behind me, and I'm like, what? I'm about to die from a squirrel and you hide behind me? And he's like, I'm not stupid. Yeah, that's my husband. Anyway, and I don't like squirrels. I like them when they're, well, flat. Like, Sorry, that sounded weird, but I like them in sticker form, but not real squirrels. Anyway, I'm more of a bird person if you haven't figured that out. So thank you very much, Liz, for this sticker, because that was a wonderful memory to go through. Thank you. Anyway, I have $406 here, right? Yeah. I have $406 here and $33 in ones, and there are all the letters that I'm saving. I had a really good week for letters, and I added a letter, and I'll explain what I added, or why I added it. I'm going to put this off to the side. I have $406 here. This is the leftover money after paying our bills from our last paycheck on last Wednesday, April 5th, and $160 of our tax return. And I want to share something I'd like to do when I do my cash stuffings from our paychecks is I would like to share like the high point and the low point of the week for me. And maybe if you feel comfortable, you can share that, below if you're comfortable. If not, I totally get it. And the reason I want to do that is because I tend to be a person who focuses on the negative of nearly everything and it's hard for me to find the positive. So, and I tend to fixate on all the things that went bad. And they could be minor, and most of them are. But I focus on all of them and I forget the positive. So I thought if I try to do kind of like a mindset shift thing, and focus on maybe just one bad thing that happened, and it could be a minor bad thing, but still one low point to the week, it would help me forget the other stuff, and then also think of a really good thing that happened in the week. It doesn't have to be budget related or money related. This week happens to be both money related, but I tend to overthink everything in life. And so I thought I'm choosing the wrong thing to focus on. So I thought, let me figure out something else. And the beauty of it was I forgot about everything that was bad. The only thing I could think of was just that thing. So I think it actually worked. So I want to share like the high point and the low point. I'll share the low point first, so I can end on a good note. And the low point was the stupid tax return. I had to file the long form because I did, my husband and I both did like gig work, I guess is what it's called. We did, my husband did DoorDash and I did Shipped for a while. And so we had to file everything long form. And I thought we were getting a return of like $600. And I was so excited to put all of that in the envelopes and everything. And I get a notification from the federal or the IRS saying, you're only getting 167 and you'll get a letter as to why. I'm still waiting on the letter, but I withdrew $160. I was bummed. I was upset, but I'm like, no, at least I still don't owe, because we very well could have owed something, a lot of money, but we got a return. So that's better than nothing. And I'll look at the letter when I get it and decide if I actually did it wrong or if they were in the wrong. So that was the low point of the week. The high point was something for weeks. I have been wanting to ask for a raise at work, and I finally had the courage to go in and ask my boss for a raise, and doing it in normal Ren fashion, and being the socially awkward person that I am, I went in and I said, I want to ask you something, but I don't know how to ask it. And she goes, okay. And she's patient with me and everything. And I blurted out the word raise, like really loud. And she laughed, not like at me, but, you know, laughed with me, at me blurting that out. And, she said, I need to clear it with the store manager, but you've earned one. And I was so excited. And because I'm like, again, I tend to focus on the negative of everything. And I kept thinking I wasn't worth asking. I was going to lose my job because I was asking. And I always go to the worst case scenario. So I'm proud of myself for actually asking. And I mean, the worst they could have said was no, which would have been horrible. But, and then I thought the next day when I went in, when I found out, it was about a week later, or it was a couple days later, but I went in the morning and she was opening as well. And she goes, oh, Jen, I have something for you. And I'm like, oh, I think it's just the paperwork or something for, like, I have to sign for my, I don't know how any of this stuff works. And she hands me a card and I open it and it was a thank you card. It was a thank you card that, you know, thanking me for always coming in on my days off and pushing myself past, because there's days when I go in, I hurt, and she tries not to do that to me, but there's sometimes where the schedule, they can't accommodate me every second of every day, and I get that. But she says, you've always got your coworkers' backs, and, you know, always helping out, like pitching in different departments. And she goes, your efforts have not gone unnoticed and are very much appreciated. Which, coming from a person who felt like they have always been noticed for the wrong reasons, because of my weight or so many other things, I was noticed for the right reasons. And I still don't know how to process that, but I was noticed for the right reasons. And that meant the world to me. So that was the high point of my week. And I don't know how I'm going to top that next week, but there'll be something good that I can find out of next week, or out of this week. So this is our paycheck from last week, and nearly all of our tax return, all $160 that I pulled for it. So I'm going to put this in my binders. And hopefully this goes quick. I don't want to bore everyone, but I've been watching videos for a very long time, and before I decided to try to do one, and I tried to do it the way I see it done all the time in your guys' videos, but I always mess up. It's what I always feel like I mess up. So I went back to the way that I did it before I started making videos. And so there was $406 here. I'm not going to count this because it's going to be awful to count. But I put this in order, the way I'm going to put it in my binders, and so I know that if I get like down to here, and I'm supposed to be putting like 20 or like $30 in, and I only have like 25. I made a mistake probably in the envelope right before, or I mean, I will catch the mistake pretty quick, so I know I've caught a lot of mistakes that way, and I felt like I was fumbling through the last couple videos, so I hope that made sense. So anyway, I'm going to be putting 20 in emergency, and that's this binder here. Let me check to make sure we're in. Yep, we're still in frame. Emergency. Emergency is getting 20. So in here I have 100, 200, 280. And let me color in emergency. Also, if anybody is on the fence about these gel highlighters, they're weird. I will say that. Very weird, but amazing. I have a hard time gripping things, and you barely have to touch the paper to do that. And it kind of feels like you're putting lipstick on your paper, again, which is weird, but they're not a tiny, thin, like I love writing with these, but they're so thin, I have a hard time holding them. So this is a little bit thicker and substantial, and you don't have to press really hard like I felt like I was with the colored pencils. So something to consider with these. These are actually really cool. So, all right, 20 in emergency. That's done. And then income tax. So I'm going to color in April 5th because that's the week I'm working on. Again, I was barely touching that. So in here, we now have $20. These are placeholders that I have. I still haven't paid the taxes. So this is what is designating in our account. I know that there is $190 in there for taxes. And once I pay that, I will take that out of here. So that's just to keep my mind from thinking, what is that extra 190? Oh, loopers. I don't have any trackers for this. We got his grooming bumped up to tomorrow, so that stinky boy is getting a bath in the morning. So thankfully, I just called him. He knows his name by Stinky Boy. So thankfully I had this done early because I needed this a week early. But that's fully funded, and I'll start saving for that next week. Again, his food, we're going to put 15 in. And I didn't color in last week's, but I'm going to just going to do that real quick, and I'll color those in later. So I now have 25 in his food. And nothing for that. The girls, they're getting 10. And again, I didn't color in last week's, but I'll go in and do that off camera. So they have $20 now. And the last one for here is bed emergency. I'm going to put 20 because it's becoming garden season. And I've already got all my plants, like my little seedlings and stuff. I've got 300 seedlings started. I gotta go buy a bunch of amendments, like compost and stuff. So, and I need about $50 and within the next couple weeks. So I'd like to get it now, but next, I think one of them, when I finish savings challenges, I'm going to put $20 towards this, and I'll have 50. So I can go get the amendments before they're sold out. So, so I now have 30 in garden, and that'll probably be empty by the next time I do another video. And with the tax return, what I thought of doing was finishing up a bunch of challenges along with what I would stuff normally. So I can just kind of be done. And we are going to finish this one. I wasn't going to finish it until I think probably next week or something, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it now because that way I can get the money put into this property tax. And then do this again and probably do it. I'll probably start this one again But I'm going to be putting 75 in my wiener challenge, which means I will have, if I can put this correctly. Oh, okay, look. That should be able to be counted easier. 50, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150. I have a completed challenge, and that's a bright corn dog. And finally finished that one. Yay! Okay, so I've got the 150 here. I'm going to go ahead and take this out because this one is done. I'm going to lay this over here. And then the next one I'm going to finish is my April. And I have $36. When I finish this one, it'll be $90. So I'm going to go ahead and color these in.
Highlighters are weird, but cool. I would buy these again. In a heartbeat. I don't know how well it would work in, like, books, or, I don't know. There should be $90 for 60.
So I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So this one is done. I'm going to go and take this out. And I'm just going to leave this in here because I'll start this for May. And hopefully next month I can save a lot, $110. So maybe if I can get a head start on it, might be a little bit easier because it's the beginning of April and I just finished that challenge. So, yay. And then my Ren challenge. I'm gonna do some pink flowers. I think. I'm going to finish this one and I need $45. And I should have 120 when this one is done. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 120. So the Ren is done.
And then I'm going to make a video of me taking these challenges and putting them in the things ones that they need to go into. And then I'm going to work on completing some new, or starting some new savings challenges. I'm just going to start new. I might do this one again because I really like this one. I love working with this Ren. Again, that's my favorite bird, the songbird. Well, I mean, that's just, they're cute. And that's a little one. I hope I did the math right. I know it's $120, so, yeah, it feels like I'm coloring a lot. Okay, that's good enough.
And this one I am not completing because this one's 180. Or, yeah, 180. I am putting $20 in the bluebird.
And 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 15, and 20.
There's $20. And I think in here we should have, oh, come on. And I have $20 in there. That was a lot of work. I'll put that back. And the peacock challenge. Why is it flying around? This one I am finishing this one. It'll be 120 when I'm done. And So there's 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And there's the 20 from last week.
That was a quick challenge, but I'm trying to put my tax return to good use. So, I will color this in. No, let's just, I know this is one I completed.
That one is done. And these are a couple that I have for later from the Sisters on a Budget. I really like hers. I like the small increments. Like the 5s and 10s. Larry. I am not finishing this one. That one's a lot of money. But Larry is going to get, I can close this. Larry is going to get 10. And we now have $50 in there. This one's going to be a slow one for me. But and we're going to make another purple Larry. There we go. Look nice, Larry. The next one is Larry's Advent or Adventure. And I'm going to color in the 15, which is there. So let's color in 15. This one. So in here I have 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that's what I have for savings challenges. And the last thing I wanted to do was our dollar challenges. I have this $33 here. I'm going to move this out of the way. I added 2 categories because I was having issues with, not issues, and this might not sound like a problem to most people, but I have not been budgeting for like anything fun and or like to go out to dinner and anything like that. It's been strictly money is going into savings challenges, and it's not so much a problem like going out to dinner. We don't go out to dinner a lot. And honestly, the last time we went out was January 6th. And the time before that was December 4th. That's the last time we have gone out to eat anywhere. We're really good about making dinner at home, and because the food is just better and there's no wait time and you can wear your pajamas. So there's a lot of perks to just eating at home, and it's a lot cheaper. But we haven't done anything with our friends in a while, and I'm tired of saying, you know, in my mind, I can't afford that, when in reality, we can. I just need to budget for it. But so I do really well with, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but I do really well with letting the envelope dictate how much I have to spend. So I added 2 letters to this. This is making the decision for me. And I'm going to see how that works. I started saving $8. A is for anything. Doesn't matter what it is. If I need it for a bill, I can pay a bill. But if I want to go to Home Goods, I can go to Home Goods. Or if I need to give somebody something, like a gift, I can just gift it out of here. This is literally for anything. And I have, I think 3 this week.
So yeah, 3 A's. 2.
3. Okay, so now I have 4. And we tend to get a lot of A's here, so this should go pretty quick. And we have 1 C, I think. No, I forget how many. And this is for my husband. He wants to save for a computer. So this is the letter he chose, C for computer. So this is, did I just say 2? Yeah, saving for his computer, I think, is 12 years old. And he's a computer guy, so that's pretty hard for him to see all this new stuff and not being able to get a lot of it. So this is for my, let me just grab these over here. Sorry if that was loud. This is for my godson. We have 1 E. We now have 3 for him. And he's only 5, so I have time to save and do challenges and stuff. But I thought I'll just start with this and work my way up to adding to him. The other one we added was the F bucks. We get a ton of them, and I want to use this for fun with friends. And if we want to buy concert tickets or go out to dinner with friends, or that's what this will be for. And this is pretty impressive what I found in a week. So I may not be able to allocate this much money a week to it, but I had 2, 4, 6 of them in here. And there was 19 of them here. So I have a full set in a week. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25. So that was the quickest I've ever done a challenge.
So I can just put some money in a fund so I have money sitting there. When somebody asks, do you want to go do this? I can say yes. I want to say yes, without feeling guilty. So hopefully this takes the guilt away from saying yes. And we can go do something fun. I'm making a mess.
And 25 it is. And then I'm just going to put this stack over here with these finished challenges. And I have an envelope that I started for this category. And I'll take those, exchange it for $25 and put the money in there. This is for my girls, Panda and Raven, G-Bucks. And I think they get 3 this week. Yep.
They're coming along nicely. Thankfully, they don't cost a whole lot, but did I do that wrong?
1, 2. I think that was 3. Now I don't know. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, okay. I colored them out. Okay, so they're done. I get 1 this week. 1 lonely little J. So I'll have that filled in next year. but it'll be worth it. It'll be glorious when I finish that one. And looping. We're adding 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 elbows. 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure that went too far.
So he's almost done. And I'll put this $25 when I fill the, the girls in loopins. I'll put that in their respective binder somehow. Or it might go into the vet meds or something. But this, every $25 will go into their envelopes when I'm done. So that's all I have today. Thank you for sitting through all of the